Dear student, myself Saptaj Ahmed. Today I am going to cover a priori algorithm handling large datasets in main memory. Under this topic, I will cover the following points: why a priori algorithm, why it is needed, and what is a priori algorithm. And for the understanding purpose, I will take an example of it. A priori is an algorithm which is proposed by R. Agarwal and R. Shrikant in 1994 for mining the frequent item set for Boolean associations rules. In this approach, what we are doing, we are having k item sets, and using those k item sets, we explore k plus 1 item set. First, the set of frequent one item sets is found by scanning the database to accumulate the count for each item. Means suppose we are having few frequent item set, and now we will try to find the count of those and collecting those items that satisfy minimum support, and we will consider those items which are satisfying our minimum support. The resulting set is denoted by L1. Next, L1 is used to find L2. Means in the L1 we will put all those items which are satisfying our minimum support, which we have discussed earlier. Next, L1 is used to find L2, the set of frequent two item set, which is used to find L3, and so on. And this process will be continue until no more frequent k item set can form. So for the understanding purpose, this is a complete algorithm related to the a priori, and in this this is just pseudocode regarding this algorithm. CK, where CK is what? Candidate item set of size k, and LK frequent item set of size k. L1 equal to frequent item set, frequent items. For k equal to 1, and this loop will start from k equal to 1 and will go up to Lk not equal to 5, means Lk is not becoming empty, then k plus plus. Ck plus 1 is equal to candidate generated from Lk. Ck1 means whatever Lk table we are having, from that table we will generate the Sk plus 1, means next step, next candidate table we will generate from Lk. Now for each transaction T in database, increment the count of all candidate in Ck plus 1. So whatever items we are having, whatever item set we are having in Ck plus 1, now we will find the count of those. Lk plus 1 is equal to candidate in Ck plus 1 with minimum support. So finally in Lk plus 1 means in this particular table we will have those item set which are supporting our minimum support, which we have set. That may be 70%, 50%, whatever we have set, right? And finally we will find the item sets which are frequently occurring into that particular data set. So for the understanding purpose, now I am going to take another example. The a priori algorithm and an example. Suppose here we have set support minimum equal to 2. So this is the support count, right? Now suppose this is the table, and under this transaction 10 ACD, 20 BCE, 30 ABCE, 40 BE. So from this data set, what we are going, as per the algorithm, we are trying to find the candidate table. So candidate table means yani कि now C1 means yani this is the candidate table of one item. So here A, B, C, D, E, these are the individual distinct items into this set of the transactions. Now we will try to find the minimums, we will try to find the count of each element. Suppose in this case A, so A is found in transaction 10 and A is found in transaction 30. It means if the count of A is 2. So similarly count of uh, B 20 in 20, in 30 and in 40 means 3. Likewise we will find the count of C, D and E from this particular table, original table, right? Now next step is what? Pruning. Pruning means now we are reducing this table, means we are discarding the elements which are having which are having the less support whatever we have set already. So in this case D is having support 1 and our threshold support was 2. So it means that this is less than 2. So it means that now we will discard and this will be the L1. And now from this L1, now we will try to make the another candidate tables, and now this table will have two items. How we will make? A with B, A to C, A to E. So A to B, A to C, A to E, like this. So similarly B to C and B to E, B to C, B to E. Now C to E, C to E. So whatever combinations we are having of 2, so we will have in this particular candidate table. Now from this table again we will try to find the count of each item set. Count of AB will be what? AB altogether in AB will be in transactions 30. So it means the count of this is what? 1. Similarly, count of AC in transactions 10 AC and in transaction 30 AC. So it means that this is having 2. So likewise, we will show the count of the different item set into this particular table. For example, in case of BE is found in transaction 20, in transaction 30 and in transactions 40. So that's why this is having 3. Now from C2, now we will generate L2 as per the algorithm, right? So now this can be done uh, considering the minimum support. So minimum support count is 2. So that's why we are discarding AB and we also discarding AE. So now from this table we will generate L2. So L2 is having such type of item set. Now again from these item sets, right, we will generate another set of 3 triplet. So now ACBE BC ACBC ABC ACBE again ACBE, this is having the more than 3 items set, so that's why we are not considering here. ACC, so ACE we are having. Similarly BCE we are having here, right? So now again we will find the support of these items at ABC. ABC means that is found in transactions 30 only. That's why 1. ACE is available in which transactions? Again 30, 1. BCE such item set is available in transactions 20 and in transaction 30, right? So it means that this is having 2. So now BC is following our minimum support, which is 2, and these two items set means ABC and ACE will be discarded, and finally we will have this item set, that is BCE. So now we can say that yes, BCE is the combination, right combination, which is having association, which is available frequently in the data set provided. Now next we will consider this to create the association rule. So from BCE we can make the rule, right? B to C, like B to C E Similarly B E to C, like this, right? So these are the different rules: C to B E, E to B C. So these will be the different rules which we can generate using this BCE, which is the frequent item set, as per our support which we have set, minimum support. So now, out of these rules, we will try to find the strong rule. So strong rules will depend on the confidence, and this the concept of the confidence we have discussed earlier, right? So depending on the confidence, we will find the strong rule out of these rules, and finally those rules will become the strong rule, which will support our minimum support and minimum confidence. So by this way we try to find the rules. By this way we will try to find the associations between the items. I hope this a priori algorithm is clear to all. Finally, thank you very much.